Hi guys, we're going to go over some basic furnace maintenance. We're here in my basement, workshop slash storage area. Few things, cleaning the furnace up, changing the filter, super simple. And then a little bit more skill work, cleaning the flame sensor. Also some things to look out for and check, just using the power of observation. Hope this helps out. Let's check it out. Okay, here's my furnace. I've got the cover off so you can see everything. You don't necessarily need to take this bottom portion out. I got a lot of wires and doodads from accessories on mine, but you can leave that alone. Filter, most approachable part of the furnace, right? Here's the little arrow for mine. You always want the arrow going towards the furnace, at least in this type of setup. Again, arrow towards the furnace and the filter. Nice and simple. Step one, done. Okay, you see these guys in here? This is what we call the burners. This is like the manifold, alright? We want to clean all this up of the dust. Okay, it gets kind of dirty in here. Some of your furnaces are in laundry rooms or places where the laundry is, not necessarily the room, but maybe sharing a vicinity. You want to get all the lint. You want to kind of clean all this stuff out just using a vacuum cleaner or a brush. Reason being is this unit pulls all the dust particles towards it. It'll clog up your burners in there and get them nice and dirty. It'll also work its way into motor bearings and things, causing them to seize up and fail. So again, be gentle. You don't want to get all this kind of powdery crud cleaned up and make it look like new. Not only does it look pretty, but it'll work better too. Okay, so we just got done cleaning all the dust and dirt out, getting everything nice and pretty, looking brand new. This little guy here is called the flame sensor. He usually has a plastic covering over the spade terminal connection. And the other way to find it is it's always opposite of the igniter. So the igniter we're going to test and see simply enough just by starting the unit up. In case you have a hard time finding it, you can start yours up just turning it on to the thermostat to heat, and then operating your furnace on and off using the switch on the side. So momentarily here we're going to see the igniter glowing nice and bright and orange. That's my igniter there. So I know that my flame sensor is this guy. Turn it back off because it's always opposite of my igniter. So wherever the orange and the bright stems from, my sensor is going to be opposite of that. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little 1/4 inch drive here and just pop that out, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, here's my flame sensor. You can see it's a little dirty, it's a little black. It's got some a nice coating of oxidation on it. And we want to get this clean. Now what you need is either some super fine steel wool, again, super fine, number 0000, nothing too coarse, or what I like to use in my tool bucket is a brass brush. The brass is softer than the metal that the flame sensor uses, and it won't scratch the surface. What I do not want you to use is a steel brush, okay? That will scratch the surface of the flame sensor. Do not use sandpaper. Again, it's too coarse. It's too, the hardness will actually scratch the surface. Now it will get it clean, but what it will also do is damage it, which causes it to get dirtier quicker, more frequently, and eventually need to be replaced due to reliability issues. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all bright and shiny. Okay, there we are. Went ahead and went to work with the brass brush. Again, it's soft, and we're nice and clean, shiny. Looks almost like new, but that'll save you a lot of time being cold if the furnace stops working, and also save you some money. Rarely do you ever actually need to replace these flame sensors unless it fails here and it's not holding on at the porcelain porcelain cracks for whatever reason, or if it gets real scratched up from doing it improperly. Otherwise, again, brass brush and some fine steel wool. Just keep the surface of it clean and you should be good. We're going to go ahead and put it back in, and then we're going to test everything out. Now we're going to go ahead and turn it on and watch and listen. So, exhaust fan comes on first. It's usually the regular sequence of operation. After a few moments here, my igniter will start warming up again, like it did that first time. Alright, you can see the igniter. Now we're going to get gas, and it's going to be a nice blue flame all across the burners. Alright, so again, looking for a nice blue, clean flame. The orange specks you see are actually dust burning into that flame from what we probably kicked up and worked around. Flame sensors in the flame's path, all looking good. And lastly, your blower motor is going to come on. That's what moves the air around. As long as everything stays running, you should be good. Alright, looks good. Package it up. Alright, hope that helped out. We went ahead and replaced the filter, arrow towards the furnace, clean the furnace cabinet, remove all the dust and lint and things like that could clog your instrumentation or the motors. We went ahead and removed the flame sensor and cleaned that up. Again, my favorite is a brass brush. Don't use steel wool or sandpaper. We don't want to damage it. And then we went ahead and checked the operations. Nice blue flame going where it's supposed to, not coming out at you. And again, nice and blue, no yellows. A little bit of the orange is okay. That's just dust burning in the flame. And yeah, everything seemed to fire up smoothly and run okay. So you should be good for the winter. I hope this helps out a lot. Breathe easy and stay comfortable. Thanks, guys.